Hi everyone, it's Andrzej Krzywda from Arkansas. I have this realization today that not always the code is important, which is heretic to developers. But before you start fixing your code, I think you should focus as a team or team with the client or team with the users, whatever, to focus on improving your process around creating the software, because it really doesn't matter. Like, I have those really smart books, Refactoring by Martin Fowler. I've been studying this quite a lot. Refactoring to Patterns by Joshua Kierowski. Working Effectively with Legacy Code by Michael Feathers. All amazing books. However, and you can see design, domain-driven design. So I'm all into those patterns and improving the code base and so on. But it's really not relevant if your process of creating software is broken. And by broken, I mean like constant meetings, no trust from the clients, the bosses, the users to the developers, a lot of blaming culture, micromanagement, assigning tickets to specific developers. This is all that needs to be fixed before you actually look at your code and try to find something how to improve your code base. Oh my god, it really bothers me that I have those books lying down. So what I want to advertise, yes, it's this book. It was written by Robert Pankowecki with a little bit of my help. This is published by Arkansas, so a huge disclaimer, this is our book. But really, you can't go far if you are still working on bigger stories as a developer, and you need to learn how to split the stories in a meaningful way. You need to think about improving and fixing your process around avoiding iterations and be just a constant stream of work. Thinking in terms of Chronos and Kairos, your backlog will always be bigger than you like, and you will never finish all the backlog items. So try to think in terms of how much I can improve the world today in a specific amount of time, instead of being bothered that you have so much on the backlog. Now, another smell which I see in many projects is like introducing the layer of project managers, or as I like to call it, the proxy people, which they seem to help when there's a chaos overall, but the problem is that they are introducing another communication blocker. So if you can't talk to the real users, the real clients of the system, something is broken in the project management overall, in the whole process of your software. So it's all the whole concept of developers being able to work as project managers and avoiding unnecessary roles like that. Meetings. So for some developers, meetings are fine. For some developers, it's like interruption for the whole day. I'm one of those people that if you schedule a meeting with me as a developer tomorrow at 2 p.m., then actually from 12 until 2, I will not do any meaningful work. And after the meeting, I will also need some time to actually recover. So you need to take this into account. Meetings are not helpful that much. And if there are meetings, you need to learn how to make them proper. So how to make an agenda, action points, how to make notes so that everything is clear, also to the people who are not able to attend. And as in the title here, async is more important than remote, which means some people will not be at the meetings, but they shouldn't be blocked by whatever was told at the meeting. They should be quickly able to actually read or consume whatever was there. And actually, we're getting to the point that meetings are usually not needed. Developers creating tickets, working with tickets, starting from the middle, the value of over communication, how to knowledge sharing, what's the role of stand-ups. It's all in these books. And really, whenever someone comes to Arkansas and wants to work with us as a client, we are hiring them as a client and we can fire them. But their first filtering is whether they read this book. If they don't read this book, we don't want them to work with us as a client. Also, if they introduce us project managers, we want them to read this book, because this is basically Arkansas way explained. This is the way we work. Obviously, not always is perfect this way. So, but we are still very much ahead of in terms of the async remote culture, I believe, thanks to our 12 years of experience overall. So this is like our summary. And even me, like myself, whenever I see some problems in my project, because there are problems now, the teams are problematic. And by the way, if your team is constantly changing, if your team of developers is constantly changing, then it's not a healthy process. There's something broken in the process if it's like constant change. It's not easy to work on a software when people are constantly changing. So really, buy this book. I think the price is like $39. I will give you the link in the description where to buy it. Read it. If you don't like it, there is a refund without asking any question, but I'm pretty sure you will get quite a lot of this book. So buy it.